Hi, it's Erica Nugent here. I just want to talk to you a little bit more about motivational gifts because it's so important to understand just who we are and what motivates us to do the things that we do. You know, everybody thinks that they're just ordinary until they find out that they're not. And they think that the same things that are important to them should be important to everyone else. And then they find out that they're not. So it really helps to understand motivational gifts so you know not only where you're coming from yourself, but where everyone else is coming from. And if you understand other people, you know which way they'll jump in different circumstances. So right now we're going to talk about contributors. These are what we think of as normal people. They don't have any really over-the-top personality traits. They're just lovely people. They're motivated to meet needs. So where they see a need, they'll be drawn to that. And so they're great people to know. If you've got any needs, they'll be there with wanting to supply the needs for you. So they meet financial needs, social needs, material needs, all sorts of things like that, you know. They'll be a shoulder to cry on if you're in dire straits, so to speak, or if you need money or whatever. In fact, they can often handle money very well. So they seem to be able to get money and give money, because, you know, if you are able to give, it's always likely that you'll get more to give. Isn't that right? So, but they're very good because they can discern who has genuine needs and who doesn't, which is part of their gifting. So that's where their discernment lies. They'll know if it's a genuine case or if it's someone just trying to put one over, who's fair dinkum and who isn't. So they're very good to have in charge of charities and all that sort of thing, because they won't be hoodwinked in any way. They often know the value of things, and they might spend hours picking out just the right card or the right gift for someone. And because they know the value of things, you'll find that their money seems to go further than other people's money. They're very good at craft work. They don't like anything too tiny and fiddly, but they're good at a lot of craft work. You know, they just seem to be normal people and great friends if you've got a need. The only thing is, if you don't have a need anymore and somebody else does, they might switch over to the other person just to meet that need, and they won't understand why you're upset about it, because they'll say, well, the need's there, we've got to meet it, and off they'll go. Only thing is the one thing that they could tend to do is to give with strings attached. In other words, you know, if I give you this, you have to do that, and that sort of thing. So that's one little danger with that, with contributors. You know, you've got to watch that they don't have the strings attached to what they're doing. So, what are they like when they're children? They're open, receptive, friendly children. They have no trouble telling another child off if they see an injustice has been done. So these people they're like little policemen, you know. They hate injustice, and they'll stick up for anyone that they think is in the wrong, and make sure that everything is correct. So, you know, they make good judges and that sort of thing. They take correction easily themselves and can usually be reasoned with. This is children, remember. They're extremely appreciative and show it. They're active, sports oriented, need to be occupied. would rather play with children than toys. Love to share lollies and that sort of thing. Very generous children. So, you know, my daughter is a contributor, and when she was little she would just love to get a bag of lollies and she'd hand them all around to everyone and think that was absolutely fantastic. You've got to be careful though with lollies because they might want to eat them all themselves, so just be careful with that one. She didn't get many just to eat herself, I can tell you. They're very faithful and loyal, dependable, and they're participators. They like to join clubs, especially if they're told that the club needs new members. So they always respond to the needs. Well, that's that for today, and I hope to see you on the next Motivational Gift.